What's up and welcome back. It's We Are Live. It's the second hour. The great Dr. Ed Minyeko is here. Hit it, Gardner!
Oh, hold on.
Dr. Ed. Dr. Ed. The good doctor is in.
Yeah.
Two can play that game.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Dr. Ed's first time back in studio as Travis has returned. They had a warm embrace at the break.
Oh, did we?
But Gardner, did you bring in the artifact? You just had a delivery from Lisa. If you're in the Friends of WAL Facebook group, you're
I'm gonna go on
familiar
top
with
of
her
Travis's
notifications.
head here again for a moment.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Travis, here, stick your shoulders up there and feel the privilege. Get up there. Get up there. Make him your head. Make him your head.
Oh, okay.
Automatic credit score. There it goes. Oh, look at him.
Oh, wait.
He can move into Oakville.
Oh, I've been working on these pecs lately at the gym. If you can't tell, no, I don't know what you're doing with that. I've been skiing lately. Been skiing a lot lately. That's not. Is that how you ski?
Why does Blazing Saddles come to mind? Right
Yeah, that's perfecto.
You screenshot that? Hold on. 1 second. And good. We got it. No, Lisa brought a cake in on behalf of the Walnuts.
Wow. Walnuts coming through.
Yeah. Very nice.
Coming through.
Yeah, it's a cake. And
What kind of cake is it?
well, think of walnuts.
Like character?
And
Like
what goes along
Is
with
it like a character? Like a Marvel cake or
It's
something?
like it's chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake.
Okay.
Half the show's chocolate? Ain't that right, bro?
Oh,
You might see it at like a bachelorette party, let's say.
boy.
Oh,
You
like
might
penis
see
straw?
Yeah, like a straw like that, but in cake form.
You got a pecker cake.
It was yeah.
Dr. Ed's going to neuter it after the show.
Oh,
Sorry, old habit.
I'll slice that piece. Would you slice those pieces off?
Yeah, show us the precision you work with.
One-handed.
I didn't know
That's my
Dr. Ed's
shooting hand.
lovely olive skin could turn so red. That was delightful.
So yeah, we'll allow him to neuter the cake.
What kind of? So if it's a
let's
it's a
break
penis
this down.
cake, what kind of?
You
what
didn't bring
flavor
it in?
is it?
We'll get
It's
thrown
chocolate.
off of Facebook.
So it's a
I call it Terrell.
So you have a
You got a Trav cake?
Yeah.
that's a pretty wide cake.
Uh,
Come on, you know that was a good one.
Been a while since a co-ed's tasted that cake.
that one, dude.
Hey.
I thank Lisa, and we
That I
had a pleasant
didn't pay.
conversation while I had my top of the hour smoke.
I may have tipped her off as to when you would be available.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As I was walking out, I'm like, is that Lisa? Oh, this is what we got going.
That's right.
This is the
That's
cake.
so nice of her.
Yeah, very nice. The only thing is that there's a conference going on within the building,
No.
so I had to
No,
ride
no,
up
no.
the elevator.
Oh
with
no.
No.
two
This
women.
Is a
Oh,
place. This is a
no.
place of art. And
And
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
they're like, how'd the security pad work? And I'm like leaning over with the cake.
You're
and
like, I got this.
I actually looked over and saw eyes glance down, and I'm like, okay, come on.
He was pushing the buttons from the back of the elevator.
Yeah.
Good lordy.
See, but if they looked at you from behind and just saw the back of your head with
Yeah.
the cake to the side, they'd be like, "Oh, Aunt Crystal's throwing a wacky party.
They
It's one of those
probably-
sex toy parties
They're
she
probably
has."
a little confused right now.
Mm.
What's going on floor 3?
Yeah.
And they probably, one of the ladies probably was like, "Oh, I had one of those after a rap concert last
Mm.
night."
Dr. Ed had the proper response to where he just went like this.
I'm just trying to get the conversation back to me.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
No,
right.
That's smart.
Hillside Animal
Appreciate
Hospital.
it.
That's right. That's where I take my dogs. Just got a bunch of work done on one of my dogs, and she's in top physical condition now. Thanks to
she
Dr.
now?
Ed and the
You should
team.
have seen her when she came in.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
she was
it was bad.
itchy.
She had a 2-day explosion. It looked like I stuck her in an oven. It was bad. Allergies hit St. Louis pets pretty hard, and if you have a pit bull with pink skin, whew, good luck. So Dr. Ed and staff, Dr. Claire, very helpful. Took care of him right away, and she was all better in like a day or two. So big shout out to Hillside for that, and be sure to take your pets there as well. We've got dogs on film coming up. You look like that was not so subtle. What do you have to say, sir?
Oh, I just realized I have another cerebellar cat at the clinic.
What?
Yeah, a very, very mild case. It's
Put it
like-
down
like-
yesterday.
Oh no.
Like Gardner's cat. It's the cat,
Yeah.
that their head shakes a little bit.
Right.
Wobbly cat.
Yeah, it's a very mild case, but it's such an incredible cat. So I thought I'd just throw that out there.
What makes the cat incredible? I'd like
Good
to hear.
personality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came in very
Few and
sick.
far between with those kind of animals.
Yeah, very sick, close to death. It was actually anemic from fleas.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I mean, it was just
That's
like
the worst.
Yeah, very sick, and
Yeah.
now it's back to health, and it's great. And you open the cage door, and it just comes in, and it just headbutts you all over the place.
Where's the
didn't mean
Where's
to
the
headbutt
cat?
you
Is
the
it
first
still at the
It's
clinic?
still at the clinic.
No, Gardner.
Can I come see it?
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, you got to Facebook Live it for the content, obviously.
I love those cats. I wasn't aware of them. Like I had cats growing up, a lot of them.
Can you be a jerk cat and have that issue?
Well,
Can you be a mean cat and wobble
no,
around?
not that I've seen. Like my
feel like you have to
experience
be
is
friendly.
only with
People ain't gonna put up with
this
that
one.
out of a mean cat.
And Ripley is as sweet as can be, just the sweetest cat I've ever been around.
Got it.
So, and that probably makes sense. You got to be.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be nice because that's
When I find myself
people have
being,
to help you.
When I find myself at my heaviest, Travis, I need to be more friendly because people aren't gonna put up with
'Cause
fat guys.
I've never
attitude.
had a cat with this. What's it called technically?
Cerebellar hypoplasia.
Okay, cerebellar
Some big
hyperplasia.
words.
But we've had cats growing up that have. We used to keep the ones that had issues if they did, like Threewood had 3 legs,
Aw.
so we kept him. The
The
one that was
Island
a
of
runt.
Misfit Toys.
Yeah, the runt would stick around with us.
How adorable.
So we never like a lot of our cats we had growing up were not necessarily just normal cats.
So
They
you were playing Rosie's as a child. You collected a gang of
Yes,
misfits
yeah.
to hang out with.
Aw.
maybe that's why I
And now as an
gravitate
adult-
towards that place.
That makes sense.
That's right.
Man,
Wow.
we've combined veterinary medicine and St. Louis counseling into one thing here. And
My goodness.
this
We
is
broke
what
it all
can do.
down.
We can blend it all.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
No, it's
powder
good
coat
to
one of
hear.
this?
We can. You can use gateway powder coating. Maybe that cage, maybe you have a metal cage, Dr. Ed, and it needs to be a funky color because the cat appreciates the color. That's right, gateway powder coating. Fast, durable, and affordable. That's right, gatewaypowdercoat.com to powder coat your pets.
Is the
What
cat
cages?
is the cat small?
Medium size. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, young.
the-
It's young.
Medium-sized cat, medium-sized cage. What if I need to transport said medium-sized cat and cage through the Soulard or the Central
see what
West End
happens.
area? I would need some type of vehicle of some sort in order to
Cost some
transport
golf
it.
cart.
Oh,
Is this a segue?
oh,
hour?
oh, wow, this is crazy.
Travis must have picked up some tricks in New York. He doesn't. Getawaycards.com. Dr. Ed will get you scooting around your office or the neighborhood, wherever you like to go with a customized golf carts. Getawaycarts.com is their website. Be sure to check them out. Another great local business supporting us. Any type of golf cart you want, they could hook it up. Maybe we'll get them a Hillside official golf cart and make that part of Dr. Ed's livelihood. I like that.
I wanted to start taking little Ripley like outside the apartment more.
Gardner?
But I don't know if I should.
A hawk's
should.
going to come by and
Yeah.
say,
Just because I
Hawk's
like,
probably
but she
gonna-
like.
Owl's
Here's the
gonna
thing:
eat
like,
it.
as soon as I get home, she starts running around in circles and falling down. That's what she
Aw.
does when I get home, and she loves it when I just pick her up and then she just settles in and crosses her legs, and then she just lays there, and then she'll put her head up until my chin starts rubbing on her, and she likes getting petted that way.
Aw.
But she doesn't move from that position. I just kind of want to go outside with her just so she can see the rest of, because she will like to sit in the windowsill and look, but I kind of want to give her the rest of the world.
he'll take her to Forest
But
Park
then
and end
I
up
feel
some
bad
aqueduct for the river to pair
ass
with the
cat that I wouldn't do the same thing, her brother, because I could not handle him outside. He would get away from me, and he's a strong cat, and
They
I
have
don't
cat
know.
leashes.
Yeah, but he's
like an idiot.
He's something else. And then if I take him outside, he probably would get all amped up, and then I have to deal with that.
What you should probably do, if you have the chance, maybe take your cats to Hawaii. But I'm assuming with your schedule and the funds, it's very difficult to take your cats
Where's he
to
going with this,
Hawaii.
Dr. Ed?
So maybe Hawaii can come to you. Perhaps
Oh
you can
my
stop
God.
by Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Buzz's Hawaiian Grill.
Oh my God!
Why go to the island when the island can come to you?
Right after you stop by your pets at Hillside Animal Hospital, you can get your Hawaiian food. That was a long setup. That's the most talented thing I've ever seen you do. Oh my God! I had to ask Dr. Ed, like, where's he going with this one? Like, is this going to be a Gardner you broke joke? Like, what's
Dr. Ed, in New York, I had to think on my feet.
Oh man!
And on my feet, I thunk.
Travis is going to get a new tattoo that just says, in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that.
Yeah. Hey, okay, new movies coming out. Must-sees, Lion King, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Has anybody seen
Yeah,
any of these?
I saw Once Upon a Time.
Did
Love
you like
it?
it?
I did. I don't love it, maybe, but I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's what Gardner kind of described
I
it,
mean,
like a B minus
It's
almost.
good.
yeah, I didn't. I really liked. I don't know if you call it the tie-in to the, Charles Manson.
Manson family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess you could. I don't know if give it away if you say like an alternative ending.
I just said the ending is something. There's a twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest Leo fan. I mean, Brad Pitt played Brad Pitt.
Right.
And he was good at doing it.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. For trying to figure out the subtle references. I guess Leo's character was like a mashup of like Clint Eastwood, Burt Reynolds, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I really liked it. I did.
He
I enjoyed
played the actor on his way out very well. And
Okay.
got
it.
emotional.
Yeah.
Like you said, Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt. I liked the soundtrack to it too.
Yeah,
it was
you're
very
right.
true to 1969.
You're right.
Okay.
That's one thing that got me is just going along. And like I said before, 30 minutes in, I thought I was going to ask them to pause it because I needed a cigarette because there was so much smoking going on that I'm watching.
Yeah.
There's
Really?
a lot of smoking.
Ah.
And so, like, that's
Oh,
for me.
Netflix just texted me. They apologized for Tarantino putting too much smoking in his film.
Yeah, they do
just
that now.
want to let everybody know that. We do have an actual question from the comments. Seth says, my dog vigorously rubbing his snout on things as if it itches badly. What can I do, Doc?
Come to Hillside and get an allergy shot.
It's called Cytopoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Don't let it get to the point where my dog had her flare up and then now she's on steroids and stuff for another week after it because it did get so bad. And I could have prevented it by taking her in a couple weeks before
It's
that.
the same principle. They're rooting around with their nose in the grass, and that's where all the pollen and stuff is, and it's a contact allergen. So
Yeah.
they're going to rub their face and.
Has it been, no pun intended, has been an explosion of allergy issues with dogs?
It comes and it goes up and down, but
Right.
but yeah, we'll see no pun intended, a rash of cases coming. I really didn't mean
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
But we'll see a ton of animals come in who are all of a sudden itching really bad,
Yeah.
and like you got to watch the news to see what the pollen count is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
As a dog owner, what should they be looking for when they're looking at how do you determine ultimately that this is going to be a very bad day for my dog by the forecast, I suppose they offer on the news?
Well, if you get the thing, it's preventative, right?
So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
So
if you get
they
the
may
shot,
it may make
even
them
if
sneeze
it-
or something, but
Here's,
yeah,
here's
the
what
shot.
here's what I explained to the
yeah.
owners. I mean, the allergies make the dog itch. They don't actually cause the skin disease. I mean, it's when
Okay.
when they itch so much that they're licking and they're biting at themselves, and they can induce a secondary infection from their normal
okay.
bacteria
From-
on their
right,
skin.
right.
And that's when you need, or when they're pulling their own hair out. Just
Gotcha.
for dogs, scratches here or there, no big deal. But if they're scratching enough or licking their feet enough that they're missing hair or their skin's really red, yeah, then you definitely need to intervene.
Okay.
There it is, wise words from the great Dr. Ed. You guys want to play some
Yeah, can I tell you
some
something?
dogs on film?
You mentioned The Lion King.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but
I haven't seen it
I'm
either, but-
assuming it's great.
One of the companies, the veterinary-related companies that we work with, wanted to do this promotion, and it was the Circle of Life, and I'm sure it
Okay.
was all tied into The Lion King, but they didn't like my idea for a slogan.
What was it?
Oh, Soylent Green is dog.
Did you see me shaking my
He's been
head?
shaking his head for
I
40
know.
seconds. We need to get Dr. Ed to just get up and do 5 minutes of one-liners at one of our comedy nights. I would
he
love
must
that
do
so much.
something that I recognize that makes me realize
Yeah,
what he's because
it's a tell.
I think he did something in his chair where he's like,
Yeah, he settles in.
Yeah, he's like,
Well,
"Ah,
and
God."
My tell.
Yeah. And when Travis gets really caught up in something too, I'm like, oh, this is not going to end the way it's supposed to. How about whenever we do your trivia night, you have like 5 prepared jokes that you just release upon the crowd. I would be a fan of that as we'll host
He's
that
there,
thing.
he
so
opens it. That's how it goes.
I would really
Dr.
like
Ed
that a
opens it.
lot. That would be so great.
Travis could be on
I
the
mean,
drum
I
set.
assume Travis liked it because he still hasn't said anything.
Oh, he's mad he fell for it, is what it is.
Oh, come on. It was a good joke.
He's mad that he got emotionally invested.
I did. I did.
He was like, "Oh, Dr. Ed's going to say something really meaningful and thoughtful here." You bastard. That was great.
So they created a dog.
Oh, Gardner, did you get with Sean this week? I know Sean was traveling in Wisconsin and brought you cheese back.
He did. He brought me back.
What kind?
For the love of God, he didn't drive up there, did he?
Yeah, him and his wife.
Oh, does he physically drive the vehicle?
Oh, they both do.
Oh, no.
Vermont Cheddar, age 7 years.
How are you going to go to Wisconsin and bring back a Vermont Cheddar?
That's a good point.
And then what was the other one? A Havarti Dill.
Oh, okay.
He let me pick.
like
He
some
let me
Havarti.
pick out of the whatever they had in the fridge, and so I took that one. He's like, "That's a good one. Yeah, you'll like that one a lot." That Kathy's handed that out to all our family members, and I'm like, well, I'll try this one. He goes, "Ah, damn it! I wanted that one. Oh, gosh, take it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it."
I love Sean.
Oh.
Greatest ever.
So, yeah, we talked a little after Dogs on Film too. I'm gonna look at the video. We might have a video for tomorrow, possibly.
I would like to say that because I was out of town, the wins that Chris accumulated over that time did not count.
Oh.
I don't know if he knew that. but
Your
that
video
is the
stream-
rule. No, that wasn't me. So because it
Was
wasn't,
it
we
deep
can't-
fake?
It was. It was something I had set up through one of those companies in New
Dr.
York.
Fakenstein?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm back, we can reset the standings, and I think Dr. Ed is on top.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Will you introduce?
I will, boys and girls, and my friends in New York.
Oh, no.
It's time for Dogs on Film.
What was it? When Jason from the Blues was in, was he the one that was a bit like, whoa, with that open?
I think that was just a courtesy, like, oh, how cute.
Oh.
That's very adorable.
How Dr.
I
Ed
work
reeled
for-
you in, he reeled me in. Yeah.
I work for a multi-million-dollar sports team.
Yeah. Okay.
This is adorable.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Dogs on Film. Funny name. Used to use a lot of dog movies.
We
ran
did.
out quickly.
2 months
Ran out
in.
quickly.
It's a year ago.
So now we kind of change it up a little. But we have a game with movies nonetheless. 6 total movies, 3 sets of movies. We have themes. Sometimes it's one theme for all of them. Sometimes it's a theme for each pairing, which we do have again this week. A theme for each pairing. Once again, like I said, 3 sets, 6 total movies. A 7th movie is set up, ready to go, if necessary as a tiebreaker. You guys have to guess which of these pairings, when we put one movie against another, has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes. For the tiebreaker, you have to guess the closest actual score. So as we go through the regular movies, you get a point for each one you get correct.
Okay.
And if there's a group, a couple of you or just one of you that I want to say got it right
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
and wrong, we'll see who has the best score after those 3 sets. If we're all tied up, we'll go to that tiebreaker. And Sean, my friend Sean, who people know now on this show, reads a brief description of each movie
Hey,
to
man.
help you out in case you haven't seen it, just to give
Thanks,
you
Sean.
a few of the details.
Love you, Sean.
So he did have a good
I gotta go to
trip.
the bathroom.
Yeah,
That's a good Sean, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
that's not bad. So he did it again this week. So your themes this week. The first one is movies involving birthdays. There's a significant birthday scene, or they involve birthdays.
Okay.
Well, why would we go birthdays?
Well, maybe someone turned 40.
Nice.
Okay.
Your second
I
theme.
need to get you your senior checkup over at Hillside. Old
I've been
man.
trying to get a checkup here, a
Oh,
wellness check.
Yeah.
Good God.
Looks pretty good for 50.
Oh, you son of a-
Dr. Ed,
now
a
it's
haters
the
ball
second
today.
thing.
I
What
like
is
it.
the second?
I like
It's because I was shaking my head when he was doing the setup for his joke. Now he's mad at me. Best Picture winners of the 80s is your second theme.
Oh, okay. I like this.
And then your final theme, movies involving writers. There's a writing thing.
Nice.
So those are your 3 themes.
Chris,
for
I don't know if
today.
you knew. I am an international screenwriter.
Everyone's international now with the internet, just so you know.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
One click
Sorry.
and you're in Canada.
Sorry. Sorry, my work travels.
So he's an international veterinarian.
He is.
But
He's traveled
probably
internationally.
legitimately, though.
Yeah, he's gone to like other countries.
He has to
That
go to
makes sense.
Austria for things.
He's gone to Peru.
Mm-hmm.
And I was brought over here from Africa.
Okay.
There you go.
It's hard to argue with you. No, it's just hard to argue with you.
No, it's really hard.
It's very grinding and it's a task.
It really is.
It gets to me, and I just want to.
It's really just tough to do the show with
Yeah.
you,
Oh,
period.
You're just an exhausting human.
All right, let's get to our first one. The first theme, once
Fire it up.
again, birthdays.
Okay.
Birthdays. Here you go.
Excited.
Are we ready?
Hold
First,
on a second.
Okay,
Boy,
Sean,
he's
get
off
it-
his game.
Come on, Sean, get it together.
Actually, it's not playing for some reason.
Hey, it's John.
See what? Oh, I see what I did. I think actually the crowd heard it. The audience heard it. Here we go again
It's
with
the
your first
professional
movie.
production. You can.
Got to ad lib sometimes.
are we ready? First up, Liar Liar, 2019, fantasy comedy, 1 hour, 51 minutes. Conniving attorney Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey, is an ace in the courtroom, but his dishonesty and devotion to work ruins his relationships. His wife Audrey, Maura Tierney, has left him for a more dependable man, and Fletcher often breaks the commitments he makes to his beloved son Max, Justin Cooper. On his birthday, when Max wishes his dad would stop lying for 24 hours, Fletcher suddenly finds that he can only speak the truth. On the day his career-deciding court case has to be won. I had a crush on Maura Tierney when she was on that hospital show.
ER?
ER. I always liked her out there smoking her cigarette when she'd get frustrated. She got spunk.
Your wife's spunky?
She's spunky, all right. 65-year-old, act like a 25.
How old do you act?
17.
At least he's honest.
There you go.
A 17-year-old in the 70s, though, not like
Yeah.
one now.
No,
no,
yeah,
no,
most
no,
certainly.
no.
Yeah. Your first one, Liar Liar. Here's your second one.
Next up, we have The Game, 1997. Drama mystery, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Nicholas Van Horton, Michael Douglas, is a successful banker who keeps mostly to himself. When his estranged brother Conrad, Sean Penn, returns on his birthday with an odd gift, participation in a personalized real-life game. Nicholas reluctantly accepts. Initially harmless, the game grows increasingly personal, and Horton begins to fear for his life as he eludes agents from the mysterious game's organizers. With no one left to trust and his money gone, Horton must find answers for himself.
So I just celebrated my 40th birthday.
Congratulations.
Do you remember your 40th birthday?
No, I don't. Not even a clue. I don't even know where I was. I have no clue where I was on my 40th birthday. I swear to God. 30th either. Now with the stinking internet, everybody seems to know hey, guess whose birthday it is today? I say, whoa, she says somebody. I say, I don't know that person. Next. And it's whatchamacallums, and it's whatchamacallums, and it's whatchamacallums. Like today, yours is the 6th of August. I knew that.
How'd you know that?
No, because Kathy told me this morning because you were on the freaking internet.
It's the honesty that makes it work.
So we have The Game versus Liar Liar as your first pairing.
2 films I've actually saw in theaters, and both I enjoy very much. I would have to say, though, The Game would probably be the highest rated one on that stupid website.
The Game for Travis, Chris.
Liar, liar.
Liar Liar for Chris.
I agree with Travis, but I think I have to go with Liar Liar. I'm trying to think like a Rotten Tomatoes guy. It
Yeah,
really
that's
scares
smart.
me. But
Yeah, just throw yourself down the steps a couple of times.
Travis by himself with The Game. 73 for The Game and 81 for Liar Liar.
That's really high
81.
for
Yeah.
Liar, Liar. I'm really honest
Liar,
with
liar
you.
was funny, right?
I've seen both. I like The Game better.
Yeah, that was. I love Jim Carrey. That was.
Now, what was the
definitely
one
classic
that they
Jim Carrey.
made? It was Liar, Liar, but it was like 10 years, but it was the exact same thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like there was a movie maybe he did it with Zoe.
the yes man.
Is it Yes Man? He
Yes
had to say
Man.
yes to
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
And I was like,
that
this is the same thing as Liar, Liar, right?
Zoe who?
Was it so funny?
Hey, man, you mad disrespectful to Zoe Deschanel, man. That's enough. That is enough.
You're basically just crapping on everyone who's a fan of indie rock right now.
Thank you.
She's dated them all.
Hey, man, don't be disrespectful to Zoe Deschanel, man. Apologize. Apologize to Zoe Deschanel.
I was an elf. That was pretty good.
Hey, man, you being mad disrespectful to Zoe Deschanel. I'll wait till she's on Rogan.
Okay. So
Did you see me in 500 Days of Summer? I was so quirky.
she always says adorable.
Okay, sorry.
A point each for Chris and Dr. Ed. Travis with nil currently.
Okay.
As we head to our second theme, Best Pictures of the 1980s. Best Pictures of the 1980s.
I was alive then.
Here you go.
And next up, we have Rain Man, 1988. Drama melodrama, 2 hours, 20 minutes. When car dealer Charlie Babbitt, Tom Cruise, learns that his estranged father has died, he returns home to Cincinnati, where he discovers that he has an autistic older brother named Raymond, Dustin Hoffman, and that his father's $3 million fortune is being left to the mental institution in which Raymond lives. Motivated by his father's money, Charlie checks Raymond out of the facility in order to return him to Los Angeles. The brothers' cross-country trip ends up changing both their lives. Charlie. Yeah, Rain Man. What does this say? Yeah.
There's Sean giving you Rain Man. Going against.
Next up, we have Terms of Endearment, 1983, drama comedy, 2 hour, 12 minutes. Widow Aurora Greenway, Shirley MacLaine, and her daughter Emma, Deborah Winger, have a strong bond. But Emma marries teacher Flap Horton, Jeff Daniels, against her mother's wishes. When the marriage grows sour due to Flap's cheating, Emma eventually splits from him, returning to her mother, who was involved with a former astronaut, Jack Nicholson. Soon, Emma learns that she has terminal cancer. In the hospital, supported by Aurora, she tries to make peace with Flap and her children. It's a crier, that's for sure.
I was just going to ask you.
Oh, Jesus. Not going to do it. Don't give me those... No, not going to happen.
You visited your father in Wisconsin Rapids recently. Did you sing any Irish songs
We do.
together?
Of course we do. Well, my brothers were up there, too.
What'd you sing?
How the hell did we get there in Johnson's Motor Car? I got my music over here somewhere. We're good together. We're going to be going on tour, the Brennans.
Brennan and Sons.
Brennan and Sons. Yeah! I got to tell them that. Let me write that down.
It wasn't that unique of a day.
No,
It
it
was-
no.
Okay.
I wish I could see them all singing together. That would be something.
That would
Something
be
indeed.
delightful.
If you met Sean's family, you would not know Sean came from there. Is what I would say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's an interesting dynamic.
So he was raised by Asian Americans.
No, it's just Terms of Endearment versus Rain Man.
That's a
Terms.
tough one.
Yeah.
Obviously, just by nature of the category, two
Right.
Best Picture winners. I think I'm going to go with Rain Man.
I don't think you. I don't think you can go with any but Rain Man. For that reason, I will be going with Terms of Endearment.
I will also go with Rain Man.
Rain Man. Or Rain Men.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
89 for Rain Man, 88 for Terms of Endearment.
Wow.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a heavyweight title fight.
That was.
Dr.
pretty
Ed
solid.
with 2, Travis and Chris each with 1 as we head into our final pairing where writers play a significant role. Characters. So here's your first one.
Brennan and Son. I tell my brothers that. Yeah, that's a great idea. All right, next up we have Funny Farm, 1988. Drama. 1 hour, 41 minutes. Former sports writer Andy Farmer, Chevy Chase, and his secretly aspiring author wife, Elizabeth Madeline Smith, moved to a small farm in Vermont so Andy could focus on writing a novel. They quickly realized the locals are not as welcome as they'd like, and that the farm is more distracting than inspiring. Having trouble with his manuscript and with his marriage on the rocks, Andy is forced to take hilariously drastic measures in an attempt to get his life back on track.
All right. Funny Farm is your first one. Your second one.
You allowed to say Funny Farm these days?
Are you? Yeah.
I think so.
Why not?
Well, yeah.
Mental institution.
Oh.
It's not a place where Travis would hide funny white people. Sorry, go ahead, Gordon.
Did
Your
give me
next
an
one.
idea.
Next up, we have Secret Window, 2004, mystery thriller, 1 hour, 36 minutes. While in the process of an ugly divorce from his wife, Maria Bello, writer Mort Rainey, Johnny Depp, relocates to his remote cabin in upstate New York for solitude. Attempting to recover his mental health, Rainey has the misfortune of being found by John Torturo, a farmer who claims Rainey plagiarized his work. At first, Rainey ignores the accusations, but Shooter has no intention of quietly disappearing. Soon, Shooter becomes increasingly vicious in his quest for retribution.
Maria.
I met a girl named Maria Bello.
All right. Secret Window versus Funny Farm.
Travis, you go first.
Funny Farm.
Dr. Ed.
Secret Window.
Damn it. Secret Window.
Travis needs this. He went Funny Farm. He's 1 down. Travis.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Wow.
65 for Funny Farm.
The New York kid.
46 for Secret Window.
Damn.
A cast made you think there for a second.
It was a Secret Window. Is that a Is that a Stephen King?
That's The Secret Garden you're thinking of. Yes.
I don't know. I don't have a great command of his catalog.
Okay.
Some people do. Some
Yeah.
people are obsessed with
Yeah, they
Stephen
do.
King.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a Stephen King phase? Like reading the books and everything?
There's a couple of his books that I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever read 11/22/63?
I've
No.
heard.
You know who
heard
told me
good
to
things
read
about
that? Was Bob Ramsey, voice of the
Yeah.
Billikens.
Really?
He's like, you got to read this one.
Oh yeah.
I
great
know
story.
Hulu did a brief series
Yes. Yeah, I've never seen
with
all
James
of
Franco, but yeah, I heard the book was phenomenal.
Well, Rammer loves the JFK stuff, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
add in a little other time travel and stuff like that. Then that kind of gets to
Okay, I have
me.
to
So
check it
it's
out.
kind of a combination of two things each of us like.
Stephen King, I don't know if there's a more prolific author. I mean, maybe James Patterson, but as far as someone who constantly puts out content every other year,
I don't know.
who do you have up there?
I mean, there's those romance novel writers.
Oh, yeah,
Like
those
if you
guys.
go into my
Like
mother's
for
room.
their
Danielle
for their
Steele.
genre,
Yeah,
for
if-
their genre, they're
yeah.
just
Yeah,
crushing
but
it.
isn't James Patterson one of those guys who has all these people writing the stories for him?
at this point in his career, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think he lives in Central Illinois too.
You go into my mom's room at home, and there's 4 bookshelves, big bookshelves.
Yeah.
And if there's James Patterson, there's this other lady, there's
Like the Fabio covered stuff?
Well, it's not necessarily like completely like that.
Okay.
There's some of that, but it's not that cliched, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is what some of these writers do, but just the amount of books I've seen on her shelves with the same names of the authors, I'm just like, that's how many you putting out a year?
Yeah, like the Tom Clancy's. I discovered that I think Tom Clancy also is a Cardinals fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think there's actually a Gardner, someone with the last name of Gardner that she has up there that does all that stuff too.
Interesting.
All right, so we need a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Oh boy.
We've gone random with the tiebreaker. No.
So we're all tied, all three of us?
Me and you.
Just,
Oh, okay.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
Sorry, Chris. My apologies.
Did you get any right, Chris? Oh, you got one right.
One.
I'm sorry, yeah, you got one right.
Does that feel good?
It did. Look
Yeah,
at
I
his face.
did.
It did.
He's
feel
quite
good.
satisfied.
Yes, it does
After
feel
that
good.
run, I went on of not missing one.
Yeah. All right, so here we go with the tiebreaker.
For the tiebreaker, The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad, 1988. Action, romance, 1 hour, 25 minutes. Frank Drebin, Leslie Nielsen. Frank Drebin, Leslie Nielsen, a rather clueless police detective, tries to foil a plot to turn innocent people into assassins through mind control. After his partner, Norberg, O.J. Simpson, is shot, Frank sets out to find the culprit, leading him to business tycoon Vincent Ludwig, Ricardo Montalban. However, Frank has no evidence until he meets Jane Spencer, Priscilla Presley, Ludwig's assistant. She knows nothing about Ludwig's devious plans, but falls for Frank and agrees to help him. About that. Happy birthday to you. That's not right. Happy birthday, dear Christopher. Happy birthday to you. I gotta go to the bathroom. Can I go? Thank you.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right. The Naked Gun, from the Files of Police Squad. Guess closest to the actual score, according to Rotten Tomatoes. Dr. Ed, you go first.
Just on principle alone, I would give this film 100 just because I just love those. I love those shows. The Police Squad.
Very
Oh my
huge.
Like
God.
a blind man in an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
I do love that he spent 50 years as a serious actor
Yeah.
and then picks those movies up, right? And then
The inner monologues just kill me all the time.
Yeah, I mean the same. There's a scene where he's at his desk and he leans over like he's pushing the intercom and hey, tell Smith to get in here. And the camera pulls back and there's a little man there who goes out to get Smith. I'm really struggling on what Rotten Tomatoes would score this.
Yeah, me
so,
too.
Yeah,
this could be nuclear if this is a poor reaction.
No, I just honestly I have no idea what they're going to score it. So I guess I'm going to go sort of middle of the road and I'm going to say 65.
And I am going to go, in honor of the series, 69.
Nice. For the hell of it, I'll say 88.
That's a good guess, Chris. It's 87.
Wow.
87, according to Rotten Tomatoes. Travis, you win with a nice guess of 69. Dr. Ed, if you would have went with your gut there,
Yeah.
you get the win.
He's become hardened, but from the
Rotten Tomatoes
weak
is
Now,
stardom.
disappointment.
he's not
PTSD.
mad at the scoring at Rotten Tomatoes this time. He's mad at Rotten Tomatoes for making him questioning the
Correct.
scoring now.
Correct.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's
That's what we're
where
dealing with
Dr.
here.
Ed's frustration comes currently.
Mhm.
But Travis, you win this week with the correct guess, or the close
Maybe-
enough guess.
We may have talked about this sometime in the past, but the same guys who did that, one of their first films they ever made was something called Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh
Have
yeah.
you ever heard of it?
I haven't seen it.
Do you know?
It's not very
who was
politically
behind that?
correct, but it's it's a one heck of a funny movie.
Yeah.
I mean, really funny.
Kentucky Fried Movie.
Kentucky Fried Movie. The story is it was the first film they ever made, and they actually they aired it for the first time in a shuttered Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise. Just
Interesting.
yeah, that's the story I heard about
Okay,
it.
I've
But
never
yeah,
heard
I
of
think it's
this.
by the same guys. If I'm almost sure.
Yeah.
The Zucker brothers, is that right? Or
Yeah, Zuckers did the screenplay with Jim Abrams.
yeah.
Yep.
Directed by John Landis.
Really?
Those are some names there.
Yep.
John Landis, of course, directed the great Coming to America.
So yeah, you have some names involved with that movie. A collection of no-holds-barred satirical sketches spoofing TV and movie cliches, including celebrity cameo appearances.
See, now I would love. We were talking about streaming services earlier. Like, I would love a service that's specifically dedicated to that. Because I will say, there's one thing that streaming services do not have that I would love for more of them to: westerns. Like, just I don't. There is, and I'm surprised.
They're
Netflix,
really slow
John
moving.
Wayne movies.
but people still love them of all
Yeah.
generations.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and people will sit down and spend. Look, I can recall my stepfather sitting down and spending most of an entire Saturday afternoon watching westerns. So I can only imagine there are millions others around the country and around the world who would love that as well. So yeah, any streaming services that gets the oldies, the old films from the 50s, and the westerns, that's where I'll be more than happy to put my money into. Because I hear about these people, like when people tell me about check out these older films, but there isn't necessarily a place to go. I know back in the day, AMC used to show it on theirs,
Yeah.
but not so much now. So I would love for there to be a platform for where you can go to that, because people will recommend some really great films from back in the day that just are not accessible online.
I've never personally been a Western guy.
Really?
Like, Blazing Saddles, I count.
Okay.
I'm sure some people do.
Right.
But it's just never been my thing. Really? And that's like, I know.
I love-
Like I get yelled at
They're-
constantly
they're-
about
No,
it.
I'm just a huge John Wayne fan. I mean, I just love those John Wayne films.
Yeah, and many do. It's just never been for me, and that's all. And that's why I'm not going to denigrate the films or anything by any means, because I don't have the ability to do that.
Is it, and I guess maybe in a more, is it because we're more a PC world where some of those films just haven't aged? That's why we don't see a ton of them on major outlets or platforms. Because I mean, yeah, they're good films, but I would imagine the PC police or some lawyers over at some networks get a
I'm
little
sure
bit
in
nervous
some
when you
ways, like
air a
even in
few
some of the war
things.
movies, they've changed or bleeped out some of the language,
Right.
where it's not necessarily a curse word, but it's a slur of how
Right.
of people, of groups of people. So, but that was true to form back then.
Right.
So, and then people will get upset about that. But
I
don't know.
would love for there to be like a platform though where you can go check out those oldies for like, cause yeah, there are a ton.
Maybe
of-
that's what streaming services need to do to bring in the older folk.
that would do it. That would absolutely do it. I would imagine they would love to be able to just turn on a John Wayne film and sit back and enjoy the weekend.
I wonder what's involved in doing that.
I don't know. I feel like some of those properties are just all over the place, and they're owned by so many different types of studios now.
Yeah.
That I like, because back in the day there were so
'Cause
many
you
so
would-
many studios. So I would imagine maybe Warner's probably owns a few, or NBC.
And
or
you would guess they've exchanged hands over the
Oh,
years,
absolutely.
too.
Especially with companies shuttering and
Yeah.
being bought out.
So
Who
trying-
knows where this
the
vault is?
So trying to even, like, I have trouble today just keeping track of who's with who. So I
Yeah.
can only imagine the longer you've been around and stuff like that, and some of the independent stuff with some of the westerns, and some of them are bigger, but that it's hard to even just. I'm sure you can figure it out, but it's just
Right.
hard to trace over time where they've ended up.
Have you just not seen a Western, or you just don't care for them?
I've seen it, and it's just never been my speed.
Okay.
And
Okay. That's fair.
And that's all it is, really. I can get. There are certain scenes that I am aware of because they have, part of the allure of the Western is some of the one-liners and that are delivered within
Yeah.
scenes. And that's. And I could see the people that like them are passionate about it. And I mentioned Rammer. Rammer absolutely loves John Wayne. He absolutely loves Westerns. He loves Clint Eastwood. And he would deliver lines to me, and I would just stare at him blank-faced at times. And he's like, "You don't know."
That's pretty bold talk for a long-haired fat man.
Oh, is that a Western line?
True Grit, Robert Duvall.
Okay, there we go. See, and it fits.
That was close.
Yeah, you know what? Let me look up a movie line that
I had
insults
to-
veterinarians. Okay.
I had lived that a little bit. You'll never find one. We're beloved.
There was one bad one.
Oh man, that's perfect. Wow, he really took you to task there.
Yeah,
I feel good about
all
that.
I did was sit here.
I feel like if you're gonna, I think the closest thing we'll get to a Western now, I think is Hobbs and Shaw, Fast and the Furious, currently in
I went and
theaters.
saw that.
Did you really? Dr. Ed, you should. Oh, I wish I had known that. I would have loved to have gone with
Well, I
you.
didn't know you were
careful.
back in town.
Yeah.
Be careful.
I was too.
Oh, man.
Dr. Ed and Travis go to the movie.
That would have loved. Did you enjoy, at least for its silliness?
2 hours of mindless entertainment. seriously.
Yes, that's what I was trying to explain to someone the other day. It was like, I don't take those things serious. Like, no one takes those
No,
movies
no.
seriously. We go because you get to see awesome cars
Right.
explode.
Take it seriously.
Like, no.
How do you think I sleep at night? I put Bob's Burgers on.
Yes.
It puts me in the mood to go to sleep. I don't think.
I know what I'm signing up for when you give me The Rock and
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
Yep.
I know what I'm here
Right.
for. I'm not here for Oscars. I'm not here for the Golden Globes.
No one's saying that.
I want silly-ass one-liners and a car jumping through the space shuttle. That's all I want.
They said that the space is not out of the.
No, it's not, and it shouldn't be.
Oh, it won't get to the point where, like, remember when they took Jason into space?
Yes.
I mean,
We're
okay,
getting there.
We'll see.
I'm so happy you went to go see
Dr.
that. I love that.
You're
I
gonna
love
mess around, and the three of you are gonna be doing a lot of hanging out. Careful, Dr. Ed.
We were kind of thought showering it earlier, but we
Okay.
actually think we could make a national treasure movie based on just the city of St. Louis alone.
Would you
The
like
old-
to be down? Would you like to be an executive producer?
Yes.
Yes.
The beer, we go through some of the beer tunnels. We go
Yeah.
to the River de
River
Pear
de
under
Pear,
Forest
yeah.
Park.
Yep.
Of course.
We, I mean,
long
you
as
have-
the
you got a
rock-
lot of Native American history here in
The
there.
Veiled Prophet ties in somehow.
Yeah, so that'll bring some race into it.
Oh, that would. Wouldn't it be great we found out the villain is just Fred Bird?
Oh no!
He's been stealing the
The
city's
map
hat!
is in Fredbird's tail.
Oh,
It's
Just
just a-
underneath his beak.
And it's just
Yeah.
a horde of hats from over like 100 years.
Terrible.
He's collected.
Yeah.
Like, what have you done? You've stolen the childhood of all these fans.
it's whenever McConaughey and Harrelson make it to the lair of
Yes.
at the ending of True Detective season 1.
You got
it's
sadistic
like that. You just-
Fred Bird with the skull of Ron Gann and Bernard Gilkey
Oh,
on the
no.
rafters, and
Wow.
it's just like you got the bear.
Does
the Cubs
Raja-
mascot is in a cage somewhere in the corner. We have to rescue.
Yeah.
It's really
Raja,
dark.
maybe you rescue Raja.
Raja. Oh, that would be. Oh my goodness, this is a emotional film. I get emotional quick.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of different settings we could do with it too, and I mean, even seasonally, it can change.
Wow.
I like this.
There's a lot of things we could do with
National
it.
Treasure Mountain.
You can Mount it. National
We
Treasure
should just
colon Mount
produce
City.
it until Disney just is forced
Right.
Like,
to yell at us.
look
to
at the
send us-
history of this city. We're on a river. You can make a lot of things happen.
How many seasons can we get away with until we piss off a Disney executive and go, hey, what are y'all doing in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Seminal moment.
Could be a pivotal chase scene in going down the leg of the arch or something.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
You come face to face.
That's the trailer.
You come face to face with Fred Bird under the arch. She's like, "Aren't you glad I've
Yeah.
shown up?"
There's some
Yeah.
one-liners like
Yeah.
that. Of course, we're gonna have one-liners.
Oh, man.
There's
Looks like
gonna
I'm
be
about to have a-
flooding.
There is.
So-
Oh, here comes Fred Bird. It's a flood of emotions.
You know, I just went to a play a couple weeks ago called Jaws, a parody.
Wait,
I
there's
saw
a play.
it.
Wait,
It was-
what?
It's true. It's true. And
This
it
is
was,
genius. Go on.
It was in the Loop, and it was at this little Shakespeare theater, 75 people theater, and it was an hour Jaws in 1 hour, but it was a parody,
Yeah.
and it was all live, and it was great. And I'm thinking, something like that.
I
It
like
could
this
work.
idea. This
American,
is pretty. This is.
American Treasure,
National Treasure.
National Treasure,
Yeah.
the parody.
We do have a.
And we do it in St. Louis.
We have a
could do
theater
that.
downstairs. We do know
Now,
actors.
guys, St. Louisans don't ever support things that are all about St. Louis. It'd be the highest grossing film in the city's ever seen.
It's just 1 hour.
The key to the treasure map is figuring out the guy who created it, figuring out what high school he went to.
Yes.
And it turns
It was
out
Ledoux all along.
Horton Watkins. Ah.
the key was in the original toasted ravioli.
And it's just 90 minutes of just St. Louis references.
Yes.
Like, man, I enjoy this Vest soda. And everybody, yeah! They mentioned a product that's in St. Louis.
Got to use the tagline, the billion bubble beverage, to
Right.
figure out
Thank you.
part of the math. There's all the. I mean, this can be done.
Before
and it
this,
can be entertaining.
Looks
Before
like
this
the victim
reaches-
had a
I don't know,
St.
do you
Paul
guys know any
sandwich.
screenwriters anywhere?
I know a local one, none international though.
before this heads to pilot, we're going to get out of here. This has been a fun show today. Go take your pets. We just had somebody commenting next time they come in. It says they took their dog Frosty to Hillside.
Oh,
And,
Frosty. Hey, Frosty. Frosty. Frosty, you on the feed? Frosty, are you on the feed? Frosty, I see you. Okay.
That'll do it for Dr. Ed from Hillside, for all of our great sponsors. Thank you to everybody for tuning in today. We're back alive tomorrow. We got Doyle Murphy, acting editor for the Riverfront Times coming in Friday.
He was hired by the president, was he?
We've got Josh Wolf on Friday. A busy week, and big thanks to Dr. Ed. Travis, congrats on the win. Dr. Ed's going to trip you on your way out. We're back live tomorrow at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.
Peace.
Tell me you'll be by tomorrow too.
Ah, shit.